We're getting close to the southern tip of Africa now, and as a result, the winds are getting stronger, the waves are getting bigger, and we must take shelter every 5 days or so as each system rolls through. We are just running down the coast of Mozambique.
It's a giant sand dune all down the coast. I can't imagine what the shore's like here, but I imagine it's a pretty harsh environment. It's really rough, a lot of waves hitting here.
We've been working our way south down the Mozambique Channel, and it's been challenging. Not because of the winds, although you get huge systems rolling up from Antarctica, but more so because of the addition of crazy currents, as you see here. Anytime the wind opposes the current, you get huge boat-swallowing seas.
It is cold outside. It's like properly winter now. We are freezing. And that there is our buddy boat. We've been sailing with them. I don't know how many times we're going to say this, but we literally nearly collided over 24 hours after leaving wherever we left. It just never happens. It doesn't happen when you're sailing with two different boats, going all sorts of different ways, same destination. But it just is so rare to find a boat that's so closely matched to ours.
We keep joking there's this bungee between us, and it's got to wear out eventually because we keep bungeeing back together after days at sea. So this is the last night coming up. We're just in the afternoon, and it's supposed to pick up to 25 gusting 30, low 30s. So we're just gonna throw another reef in, get ready for the night. The thing is, once you get into heavier weather like this, the crew does become used to it. It's just, everyone gets used to it, and you start to enjoy it because the boat's moving more fluidly, more on top of the water instead of in the troughs of the waves. So yeah, we love this stuff. We love it a lot. We should be getting in at around anywhere between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. The next front arrives at about 10 a.m. So yeah, we're hustling hard to get in.
So it's calm enough today, believe it or not, in I don't know, 25 knots of breeze, to have a bath, we think. We're gonna try it. We've had a request for a bath from these mongrels. What do you think? Too windy for a bath?
You just gotta tether yourself in to get in the warm water. I love this kind of sailing conditions. It's like finally the boat's moving, you have enough wind to go downwind. As long as you don't have to go upwind, it's all good. It's fun sailing this stuff. 25, 30 knots is where the fun is.
And it's right up the bum. And on a sailboat, that means it's comfortable because the waves are following. Generally, the sea state's pretty good, and there's a lot of current with us, so I feel like the waves are really choppy and there's a lot of wind waves, but they're not as big as they could be if it was 20 knot 5 with the fetch that we've got. We're surfing down some of them though, still doing 11, 12. We've seen over 13 knots of boat speed going down these big waves when we surf down them. We have about almost 2 knots of current with us now, and that is awesome. That means we're gonna get in before our window closes into Richards Bay, which we're really excited about. So our gear is starting to fail us, and every bit of drone footage you have seen in the last while has come from this drone. It beeps. It never stops beeping. The other drone we have just doesn't straight work, so we're in the market for a new one, you could say.
Now, whatever. It's on its last legs. It constantly disconnects from the iPad. It's got issues, so we're gonna take it for its possibly last flight ever. And not sure how I'm gonna get it back. I'm thinking I may just crash it into the cockpit. It's super windy out, like 25 gusting 30. Here we go. Can you hold it out there, Ash?
So we're kind of excited for this. I hope we get it back because then we get the footage, because I think the new drones, you might be able to get the footage off without getting the drone back, but these old ones you can't. So, are you ready, bud?
Yeah, but we're losing light.
All right, wish us luck, and we'll let you know how this goes.
Right? Yeah.
Are you gonna try and take off, or like do I have to like hold on to it for a second?
No, once it'll go and just once you sense it, let it go. Ready?
Yeah.
I get nervous and I get like jitters. Oh, my hands start shaking. Oh, nice surf. Should probably reef too. This is phenomenal footage.
No, we gotta get it back.
Oh my goodness. We're pros.
High five, man! Never thought we'd see this thing again, honestly.
I was going to explain to you guys what it's like when you're on one of these caravan style catamarans. It's like you're going down a wave and you're like, put your seatbelts on, kids, the seatbelts, and then you're going down a wave and it starts to really get bouncy, and you're like, helmets, helmets, and then you kind of like try and do this and this, and then you get to the bottom of the hill and then you but like basically you're steering like the whole way down is like, and then the whole bus like kind of tilts and moves. Sometimes it skids out sideways. And, like,
We actually caught an accidental jibe.
yeah, and there was an accidental jibe on that one.
We haven't had that ever before.
What happened to the jibe preventer? Did
I don't
the metal break or the?
No, I don't know. We've actually never had an accidental jibe before where the jibe preventer hasn't worked. But Ben's got a new system rigged up and I didn't hold.
Yeah,
The Dyneema snapped?
This is embarrassing. I have a loop off the back of the boom to hook a jibe preventer onto, but the knot on the Dyneema came apart, I guess. It blew apart. I don't know if it broke or if the knot came undone.
It's a beautiful sunset. That's a big surf. We're gonna put a reef in the main. That'll slow us down a bunch and then we'll be less squirrely for the night, which is good. I think it's supposed to pick up more, but it does get a bit swirly in these kind of like weird, choppy, swirly seas. And it's hard to steer a straight course, even for autopilot.
All right.
Might have to let the main off a little to get that last inch down. That's 2 reefs in the main and about, I think they say 30% Genoa or something. So, yeah, it's not a lot of sail area up, but it's more than enough right now. You want to come out?
Yeah.
Is it exciting looking out here?
Yeah.
So I think from the time we started flying the drone to the time we stopped flying the drone, it's picked up actually quite a bit. We're seeing apparent wind of about 20 knots now, and we were never seeing more than 15 before. So it's expected, and it's supposed to build just a little bit more, I think, tonight. It's probably about, we don't have true wind speed, but I'd say it's between 25 and 30, maybe 20 and 30. I have no idea. We don't know.
We don't have true wind speed. We have to give up our true wind to have depth. We'll fix all this in South Africa.
Say hello, YouTube.
Good job.
You're the sweetest, Willa. Oh, that's a video. Hi guys. Family portrait time. Okay, I'm gonna go take a picture now. I kept wondering what this noise was in here. It was like something's weird, something's not right in here. It's a squeaky wheel on the Duplo. I guess we're gonna have to lube that up.
Confirm you're still drifting.
Negative, I drop my anchor.
Copy. I need you to be at the pilot boarding ground at 0630. Also be ready to receive pilots coming by the helicopter.
Roger on that, 0630 at pilot boarding ground.
That is correct.
Okay, standing by 1-2.
Good morning, folks. Good morning. We are just off the coast of South Africa. Not sure if you can see it. Faint outline. Kind of looks a little bit more wooded than Mozambique. But yeah, it's getting cold. It's getting really cold. I should be wearing pants, but I'm not. I'm in denial. That is actually that cold. Had a gorgeous night. Couldn't sleep last night. Oh, let me get out of the wind. I couldn't sleep last night because I was just so happy about the fact that we were giggling at taking a production cat surfing down waves. It's just, you can have a lot of fun with these boats. And I know they're built for the charter market in the Caribbean and the Med, but you can take them offshore as well and have a good giggle, which is ultimately what life is all about for us. If you're not having fun, why bother doing it? It's pretty simple. Do what makes you happy, do what is fun. We're about an hour away from the entrance from Richards Bay, and we'll pop in there, drop the sails, and I don't know, wait for officials. Apparently officials can take a while. I don't think this guy's worn a long onesie since Canada when he was born. We didn't wear them in Thailand, not in the Maldives, not in the Seychelles. Sure like this enclosure. I think a fully enclosable cockpit is a must for an offshore boat. It's just too cold, too wet, too much salt spray, too much rain spray to have that cover the crew and the captain all day, all night. It's exhausting. So this is one of the best additions we ever did to NAHOA, is add all of this enclosure. Just keeps the wind right down. It's fully covered with salt on the windows. Just gives you an idea how much salt is actually up in the air. Yeah, keeps the noise level down as well. It's really loud when it's blowing a gale out there. So we have some repairs to do in Richards Bay, but they're not extensive. We're going to hire some trades to replace the bridge deck floor that I started on, and some sail repairs, instrumentation since we don't have true wind and not very good depth. Maybe there is a lot to do. Never mind. Never mind. There's always a lot to do on a boat. Richards Bay Port Control, Richards Bay Port Control. This is sailing yacht NAHOA, over.
NAHOA?
Yes, good morning. We are 4 miles away from the harbor entrance, requesting permission to enter, over.
Confirm your flag.
German flag, over.
And land overall.
November Alpha Hotel Oscar Alpha, over.
I need your land overall.
Sorry, do not copy names on board. Is that correct? Over.
That is not correct. I got your name. I need the length.
Like 12 meters length. Over.
Your draft.
1.2 meters. Over.
Last port.
My yacht. Over.
What will be next port after Richards Bay?
Cape Town. Over.
How many people on board?
4 persons on board. Over.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much. Nahoa standing by. 1-2. Oh, he didn't like that I didn't understand his accent.
We are both hurting for sleep right now. Arriving at 5 a.m. means that neither of us got our shift sleep that we like.
Beauty sleep.
Yeah. 5 hours was all we got. 5 hours, people. But in 5 hours, you have to fall asleep in a boat that's jarring and screeching down waves, and you have to wake up and get ready. So.
What do you see? You see land?
So we have to put up our Q flag as is normal when you arrive in a new country. And yeah, taking down the main is a great idea. That beeping sound is just letting us know that we are on a collision course with another vessel with AIS, but I can't see anyone, so I'm sure we're fine.
We need to invest in a new quarantine flag.
Yeah.
Let's have to fly like this. That's okay, right?
It'll have to be.
What was your most memorable experience in the last month?
Giving away baby clothes and providing an entire little village with water.
Yeah, so we arrived in the Barren Islands. The Barren Islands are halfway down Madagascar, and I must agree with Ashley, that was our most epic and memorable memory we've had in a long time. For me, I feel like we're finally back into our groove of sailing and cruising. COVID and having 2 babies really slowed us down for a while, and I feel like we're finally back at it, and really gives me a vision for what we want to do for the next 10 years. So yeah, it was really good to reconnect with our lifestyle.